is Sir Huey. We're in the Turbine Gallery of Tate Modern, and here's a little child pushing this ball around, Daddy in the way. This is a ball from 30 years ago, made out of newspaper, by Michelangelo, a North Italian artist. And this makes you feel that this world is your world, it's for you to live in, for your benefit, for everybody, not just for a few. And so this is probably the most radical piece of art, interactive art. It's been around now for 30 years. And here we are, everyone feeling that they are important, that this world is their world. The noise you can see is this father and son having some fun balancing on a balance table, making a terrible noise. Unfortunately, I'm out of battery today, so we can't get you to the Serpentine. I'm going to have to come again tomorrow. She finds out that 800 families own this planet. The Bundaberg group meet every year to decide how they divide up the spoils, from owning most of the industries and property on Earth. But eventually, with YouTube and other media, the world will discover that it's not our world after all. It's an illusion. And that we're working and paying tax for 800 very, very rich families, not for the common good, as our governments con us into believing. I'm an educator from New Zealand, and what schools do, or are supposed to do, is to re-explain to the brain what really in fact is going on in the physical and social and moral world. That as we start off our lives, we have to make assumptions or stereotypes of what actually is going on. And education is there to explain what in fact is going on. That over 100,000 years man has left Africa and gone around the world and evolved and turned into different races, and here we are all mixing again together back to a common heritage after 100,000 years. So if you look at my comments on YouTube, at the very bottom I've put comments on the solution, now that we own half our banks, is to give us all, whether we're working or not, whether we're young or old, a guaranteed income for all, so that we can go back to being self-sufficient, self-sustaining, like we used to be when we lived as hunter-gatherers, living off the land. No one would exploit you. But now we're being exploited, and we're left to die in abject poverty if we get ill or can't keep on working. So a guaranteed income for all is the humanist way of the future to give us back our right to land and to be able to grow our own food and be self-sufficient and self-sustaining. All these unsuspecting children being born into this terrible world of bankers, gambling with our savings, because we gave them the money. We gave them our money to do what they like with it. And now we've had to make up their losses with our taxes. And that is the biggest con ever perpetrated on society, probably in the history of civilization, that the bankers have gone off with their guaranteed income, their guaranteed pension, leaving us with their losses that they raked up to pay off for the next 20 years, if not longer. Now, if that's not fraud, look up the Fraud Act 2006. I don't know what is fraud. Not one banker has been prevented from becoming a banker again, as we did in previous banking scandals, and not one is under investigation for fraud. Fraud is where somebody is looking after your money, and through negligence or trickery they lose it, make you a loss. That's fraud. It's very simple. 2006 Fraud Act. Well, I think that's enough. My battery's run out. Here we are, the Turbine Hall. I'm signing off here before the battery goes dead.